Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about the legacy of the Hongmoon clan patch preview, and over here on the Reddit post we've got Renaria over here with a very nice recap. However, as well, I have written my own. So I'm going to cover the TLDR first at the very beginning of the video. However, if you want a more thorough patch preview, you can continue watching to the very end. That way I save you guys time and you get the information that you guys want ASAP. So first of all, when we get to level 55, Hongmoon level 7, this is when we unlock the Awakening quest for customization. If you don't know what the Awakening quest is, you can check down in the description below. I have a video on it already. It shows you what you do after you read the letter to get the Awakening quest. Basically, the Awakening quest allows you to specialize your class so that you can pick different skills. So if you watched my Fire Gunner Awakening patch, you can see that you can select different passive skills and stuff like that. And you don't unlock that until level 55 Hongmoon stage 7. Only when you hit level 55 Hongmoon stage 7 will you get this letter. You read the letter and then you can do the quest, and only after you complete the quest do you unlock the Awakening skills or the customization. So when you're leveling from level 1 to level 55, you're not able to switch any of your talent or any of your specializations. You're basically stuck with either the first spec or the second spec. And then as for the skills, you're not able to really do much with it. You can disable certain skills, but that's about it. So after that, another thing that's really important is unlocking talent points. So talent points, you're going to be able to spec them into certain skills. So for example, on a Fire Gunner, you can put 5 points into Unload, and you could put 5 points into Bullet Storm. And so the maximum amount of talent points you could get is 15. In order to get talent points, it's the same method as unlocking your regular Hongmoon skills. So if you've unlocked your Hongmoon skills beforehand, you will immediately get talent points when the patch kicks in, which is very, very nice. So just keep in mind that the maximum talent points is 15, so that allows you to max out 3 skills. However, you don't have to max out 3 skills. You can put 2 points in Bullet Storm instead of 5 points, but normally you want to max out your 3 most used skills. We've got a new storyline coming in. However, Eternity Temple, or Temple of Succession, is the Western name. That is not released. That will be coming out in summer. However, we will get the storyline which leads us towards there. So there's that. We get bonus drops from raids again, which is very, very nice. What do I mean by the bonus drops? For the players who have stuck around for quite a while, if you remember about 6 months ago, when you killed a boss, especially like on Vortex Temple or on Twilight Temple, every boss you killed, it would drop a loot box. And in this loot box, it had a chance of dropping the scroll. If you had this scroll, you can immediately exchange it for an elemental accessory of your choice. So they're adding that in, as well as you can get soul shields from that RNG box, as well as just bonus materials. So in Vortex Temple, let's say you kill the first boss, Twin Asuras, there's a chance of you getting Hive Queen Hearts from that RNG box. And the same thing applies on Twilight Temple and Black Tower. So on Twilight Temple, when you kill the boss, you might get Celestial Steel from this box, as well as soul shields and as well as accessory drops. So it's very, very nice. I hope they keep this, because this was a very good change. It gave a lot of people a lot of incentive to want to raid, because no matter what stage you are, as long as you're managing to clear at least one boss, it's always worth to do the raid. So I hope that is a permanent addition, but they haven't confirmed or denied that it's going to stay for good. However, it is coming back, which is always good news for us. The next thing is the switching of elements / specs will be staying in the game for a while. So there's no plan of them removing the switching of elements. So let's just say that I'm an Earth Summoner right now and I want to switch to Wind. All I have to do is pay 1 Elysian Crystal or 1 Moonstone Crystal, and I can switch between the 2 specs. The only thing that I'm a little bit concerned here would be the bracelet, because switching bracelets is a little bit expensive. You do need silver scales, it's not a big deal, but the gold, I believe it is like 95 gold if you're premium, and I think it's like 100-ish gold if you're not premium, just to switch the bracelet. So it's a little bit costly, but I mean, it's not a big deal. I just hope that maybe we get something that allows us to switch our bracelets as well at a cheap cost. That would be very, very nice. So the next thing is we can get Hexa Gems from the Dragon Express for 8 solar energy. At the moment, to get a Hexa from the Dragon Express, I believe it costs like 50 something solar energy. So this is a very nice change. So a lot of people out there, you guys will be able to pick up your Hexa gems for very cheap, as well as hopefully that'll boost your AP up a little bit and, you know, help you guys do a little bit more damage, help you guys get into all those parties that require so much AP and stuff like that. The next thing I want to talk about is the collection system. So the collection system is being implemented. That means costumes and pets. However, it's not super pay to win yet. It's not like the Korean server. The Korean server was if you had a Taejeon pet, if you had a Pohoran pet, you got 30,000 HP just from that pet. So it was super quote unquote pay to win. It was like, oh, I don't have a Pohoran pet, I'm missing out on 30,000 HP. And if you had a bunch of rare pets, like from Trove or from RNG boxes or from the F10 shop, you could have like 300k HP above everyone else. So that it was like super unfair. But the NA server and the EU server, it's pretty good so far. So far, what I've seen on the stream was it's very marginal. All the pets there were farmable. So you've got the penguins, which you can get from cold storage. There's the ghost pet that you can get from Sogun's Lament. There's the fire pet that you got from Desolate Tomb. So, you know, all the pets at the moment in the collection system are farmable pets. So you could get them, and then they're not super insane. The stats were just like plus 300 HP, plus 250 HP. So it's not crazy. So far, it looks all right. I'm glad that NC West took into consideration that, you know, a lot of people, especially in the West, are very against pay to win, and they took it into consideration and tweaked the numbers as well as tweak the requirements, like whatever you had to collect. It's a good change. We just need to see how they're going to do it in the future, like the future pets. You know, certain pets are very rare, like the Pohoran pet is extremely rare. So, you know, will that give you a lot of stats as like because it's a covenant, because it's a rare pet, or not? You know, that's up to NC West to balance and tweak. Obsidians are all going to become one element, and that is the mystic element. So we no longer have all the other elements. We no longer have earth, wind, fire, shadow, none of these. These are all being removed and all being replaced to mystic. This includes all of your existing gems. All of your existing gems are going to become a mystic element. So that means on multiple characters, let's say you have a fire obsidian and you have a wind obsidian, you can now combine them and make a gilded obsidian or make a whatever obsidian that you can make at the moment, because you're going to be able to share it across all your characters since it's all mystic element. And last but not least is Cold Storage and Heaven's Mandate now have a chance to spawn the Merchant of Wonder, which is very, very nice. And I really do hope that they keep this as a permanent thing. Cold Storage and Heaven's Mandate have been tweaked a little bit, so they have a lot more HP and basically they're a little bit harder, as well as the items they drop are going to be a little bit more useful now. So that's the TLDR. Now I'm going to be covering through the Reddit post done by Renaria over here. So if you want to stay and you want a more thorough, more in-depth information, feel free to stay and I'll talk through all the points over here more in depth. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. So the quick rundown over here is that Awakening patch is coming. We all knew that. There's Lin Wardens coming out. There's a new story quest. Our level cap has been increased to 60, so no longer 55. Now we can get to 60. At level 60, we unlock a new passive. The new passive basically just gives us extra stats, gives us extra damage and stuff like that. We've got new events, so we've got 2 new events coming in. We've got the Battle Royale, we've got Trove, and the special guest was just Nico coming in and just giving us like some hope about Unreal Engine 4 and some information about that. So other than that, there's a PSA over here. Thank you. This is very important. It's to register for the Hongmoon Ascension Pack. So what you want to do is go to bladeandsoul.com, log into your account, and register for the Hongmoon Ascension Pack. Once you've registered for it, don't worry, you won't get the items immediately. Just make sure you've registered. Then on the day of the patch, when it kicks in, when the servers are live, you log in again on the website, and then you're able to redeem it. It'll pop up in your window of codes that you can redeem, and you click redeem. Once you click it, it'll immediately go into your mailbox in-game. As long as you've registered before the patch, you'll be fine and you'll get the items. So don't worry too much about it. Just make sure you register now. Okay, next up is team members introduced. There's Brett and there's Justin. Brett is a really cool guy. I really like the foul mouth granny. He translated that really well. It was just funny. But yep, that's good. And then we've got Justin, which is Cyan. So hopefully I got your name right now. Then we've got class specialization. So Instead of awakening patch, we're calling it specializations. We used to have two different elements. For example, for the summoner, we had earth and wind. So now there's specializations, because even though now you can switch your accessories to whatever, you still do have specializations. So for example, like your bracelet, your divinity bracelet and your starbreaker bracelet, they're still going to act the same. Like each bracelet is going to be for a different specialization. You cannot use the divinity bracelet on a wind summoner, because the divinity bracelet won't have any perks or any usefulness for the wind build. So you will need to switch to the starbreaker bracelet if you're going to be using the wind specialization, and if you're using the earth specialization, vice versa. So you have to do a quest to unlock specialization. As I said before, you need to be level 55 Hongmoon stage 7 to do that. As I said before, the classes are no longer divided by elemental. They're now divided by a specialization. It's basically the same thing, to be honest. There are a few skills that have been changed. A good example would be the summoner. The summoner, you now have a tactical role as your Q instead of like a cat taunt. So you have to pick between the two. Do you want that 2-second iframe that you can spam every couple seconds, or do you want a cat taunt? You know, you can mix and match whenever you want, which is extremely fun. You can change around based on the situation. The third specialization is coming in a future release. I'm predicting that the third specialization will come in the summer. So you know the Blade Master, a lot of people want the Spirit Blade Master because it's very, very strong right now, and especially on the Korea server. I don't know if you've seen the video, but I'll try to find it and put it in the description below as well. There's a Blade Master that soloed Scion's Keep. Straight up just soloed SK with a Spirit Blade Master. It's crazy. They're crazy, crazy strong. So a lot of people are looking forward to the third specialization, and I predict that it'll come out in the summer, and we will probably get the Blade Master, the Kung Fu Master, and maybe one more class. So 3 specializations in one patch in the summer. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. It's also going to drop with the new Eternity Temple patch, or the Temple of Succession. So that's going to be pretty cool. Next up, we have the talent system. Each talent has 3 options, and there's a total of 5. So you have 15 different skills to choose from, and most of them are pretty useful and pretty fun and unique, as well as the level 60 passive skills. I talked about this earlier. And next up, we have the Lin Warden. So there are new tails and new ears. There's like a fish tail and a fish ear. It's like fins, I guess. And then we also have it kind of reminds me of Twilight Temple type of golden wing thingies. It's kind of, I don't know, you're gonna have to check it out yourself. New story content. So we've got Temple of Succession. Again, this is just the story to unlock Temple of Succession or Eternity Temple. Then we've got a new area, the Moon Refuge. So that is the turtle-shaped island in Solak. You're going to go there and you're going to farm your face-offs for the Talisman. So we do have confirmation that it is being called Talisman on the Western servers. So it's not going to be called Brain or Nova or Stopwatch. So, you know, we've got confirmation it's going to be called Talisman. So there's that. That's basically an activatable soul. You hold shift, press E when you're fighting, and you activate it. It's pretty cool. And you're going to need to grind this Moon Refuge in order to get it. So there's a new raid coming soon, Temple of Succession, again, coming in the summer. So Shackled Isles is the new Battle Royale area. It's going to be a limited time thing. They're only keeping it for a couple of weeks, and they're just going to see on player feedback. If players like it, they might keep it. If not, then, you know, they'll just remove it. But depending on your guys' feedback, if you really like it, let them know in the forums so that, you know, maybe they can consider keeping it. Because it's pretty fun. Like, all of your gear is equalized, so it's pretty fair. It's just that the power-ups that you pick up are a little bit overpowered. So just jump in there and try it and see what you guys think. If you don't like it, you know, no big deal. They'll just remove it in a couple of weeks. But if you guys do enjoy it, do let them know that you enjoy it. It's a fun game mode. Really depends on players though. Some people like it, some people don't. Our challenge dungeon is being changed. Our challenge dungeon is now moving from Dreamsong Theater. We are now going to Brood Chamber. I assume that a lot more people are going to be doing the challenge dungeon because Brood Chamber is a lot easier than Dreamsong Theater. Dreamsong Theater, the last boss was a real pain in the butt, so a lot of people didn't bother doing it. However, Brood Chamber is a lot more easier. So just keep that in mind for those people who are into this, into doing these challenge dungeons, because the title is pretty cool. So there's going to be an event coming out, and it has 2 currencies. One is the Blossoming Orb, and and the lunar coin. So the blossoming orb and the lunar coin can be used to purchase special items such as divine greystones. It's a little bit different. These divine greystones are special and they're used for fusing your badges. So they're reducing the prices to fuse your badges. So a lot of you guys out there I know are struggling because you don't have divine greystones. However, these event divine greystones will allow you to fuse your soul badges together at a reduced cost. So those who are still struggling through Vortex Temple, you will be able to get your fuse badges soon through this event. You can also get a permanent soul from this event. There's the Awakening Raid event. The Awakening Raid event was the thing that I talked about earlier in my TLDR. So every time you kill a boss, it drops an RNG chest. You open it up and there's a chance of getting the elemental accessory of your choice. There's a chance of getting soul shields. There's a chance of getting materials. So it's very, very nice. I hope this stays. We got some system changes, we've got some weapon cost reductions, we've got some breakthrough reductions. Unfortunately, they did not show this on the stream, they just told us, so we're gonna have to wait when the servers go live to take a look. Just keep in mind that there are gonna be weapon cost reductions as well as breakthrough reductions. So for those who are planning to upgrade their weapons, you guys can hold off on that and see what happens when the new patch kicks in a week. There are new antique items, your Aransu prisms, your Raven prisms, your Fada Aransu necklace, earring, rings. All of these items you're able to antique, and they're gonna give you some gold, some silver scales, Hellion cores, or some Hive Queen hearts, Raven King souls, stuff like that. It's not, it's not a big deal. I'm a little bit disappointed that the Faded Aransu necklace is worth so little. They're only giving you 3 Hive Queen hearts. But I mean, at least they're sealed. Our white orbs are becoming Orb of Ascensions, which is the same thing basically. You're still going to need it to get into cold storage as well as Heaven's Mandate. Demon Spirit Stones are being changed into lesser Demon Spirit Stones. So 1 Demon Spirit Stone will become 10 lesser Demon Spirit Stones. It's the same thing, it's just that when you're crafting for oils, instead of having 1 Demon Stone required, it's going to be 10 lesser Demon Spirit Stones. However, there's one thing that I noticed on the stream, and that is the lesser Demon Spirit Stones are bound on character, while your regular Demon Spirit Stones were bound on account. So I don't know if that's just a bug, a visual bug, because they are on the test servers. I hope it is, because it would really suck if they made lesser Demon Spirit Stones bound on character. Hopefully they fix that. So right here is the cost to make the oils, as I was saying before. So we need 10 lesser Demon Spirit Stones, we need 10 Evolve Stones, 10 Transformation Stones, 15 gold. So next thing over here is our gilded gems are being changed. Our triangular dyad gems are now gone and they're now replaced with square dyad transmutations. So I don't know what's going to happen to our existing dyad gems. I'm assuming nothing happens. So I assume in order to make the square dyad gems, we're going to need to break our existing triangular dyad gems and then upgrade those triangular gems into square gems and then transmute them again. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. So for those who have a lot of dyad gems, you just keep that in mind, that it'll probably cost an arm and a leg in order to make the square dyad gems. It's going to be expensive. The Hongmoon Hexa gems have been reduced, the cost from 50 solar energy to 8 solar energy. Yep, that's great. Square obsidians will now cost 10 solar energy. So both of these gems are the Hongmoon versions, which mean that they are bound on account and you can fuse them and make higher level gems with them. So let's say that you have a lot of solar energy sitting around, you could get a bunch of hexa gems and make a hepta, or get a bunch of hexa gems and make an octa. So just keep that in mind, that these are gems that can be fused. They're the good ones. So that's really good news for us. So now we've got elemental changes. So basically all of our elements have been deleted. They're all changed to mystic. So there's no more earth, there's no more wind, there's no more fire, no more whatever. We're all the same element, we're all just mystic damage. However, keep in mind, in order to switch your accessories to the other specialization, a good example is maybe Earth Summoner, I want to switch to a Wind Summoner. Your accessories need to be stage 10 or above in order to switch them. If they're below stage 10, you can salvage them. However, when you salvage them, they become stage 1 accessories again. So let's say you have a stage 5 Vortex Temple necklace. If you salvage salvage that, it will go back to stage 1 and you'll lose all the materials that you used before to get it to stage 5. For those people who already started upgrading their accessories, max it out, get it to stage 10, and don't worry, you don't have to max out the accessory before the patch hits. When the patch kicks in on March 13, you still have plenty of time to max out your accessory and then switch it to the new one. You can still use your old accessory. So there's no big deal there. There's no rush to quickly switch it. However, just keep in mind that your old accessory will give you elemental damage, which doesn't really help your build because your build is mystic damage now. And so, for example, certain accessories like your Vortex Temple necklace and your earring and ring, which give elemental damage, will be kind of useless until you switch them to the new accessories. Next up is the collectible system. I talked about this a little bit, basically the pet system and the cosmetic system. So don't worry, it's not super pay to win. The buffs that you get from collecting all these things is very minor. If you collected a whole bunch of them, you're only going to be seeing about like a 10k HP boost. Like, it's not really crazy big. Next up is some MSP changes. So the MSP changes is the Night Stones are now account bound, which is very good. So the Night Stones are the green ones, the yellow ones, and the purple ones. So all of these are going to be account bound, so you can trade it between different characters. And here's the really nice thing: with 600 tawny Night Stones, which is the yellow one, you're able to switch that into a Black Tower accessory of your choice. So you can farm MSP, just stages 1 to 3, as many times as you want, get a bunch of tawny Night Stones, and immediately get your Black Tower accessory. So there's a lot less RNG involved. Instead of going to Black Tower every single week and hoping that you get the accessory that you need, then bidding for it, you can just farm it at MSP as indefinitely and get your accessory there, which is very, very good news. Then we've got some dungeon changes. This is Cold Storage Heaven's Mandate. It's becoming a little bit harder. They're giving us better rewards, and there's a chance of spawning the Merchant of Wonder, which gives us a lot of goodies. So next up is the Trove, of course. We've got the Cherry Blossom Treasure Trove. So there's a bunch of rewards that we can get at certain milestones when we open 5 keys, 10 keys, all the way to 300 keys. So after you've opened 300 keys, it just rolls back to 5 keys again, and you can get another wave of rewards. So it's pretty cool. I personally will probably be troving 200 to 300 keys. I'm leaning towards 300 right now, and we're going to see how that turns out. I won't be troving on day 1. When the patch kicks in, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to enjoy the story first. Once I beat the story, then I will trove. So my trove video will probably be a day or 2 after the patch. Keep in mind, it's the same as the previous trove. The free keys will count towards the milestones. So when you get your 5 free keys and you open it, you will get the 5 key reward. So that is pretty cool. How do you get your free keys? If you are a premium member, you will get 1 free key every single day. So just don't forget to go into your F10 shop and buy that free key every single day if you are premium. So next up, let's talk about items of interest that are in the trove. First of all, of course, we've got the new gilded gems. So we've got the square as well as the triangular gilded gems. We've also got the square dyad gems. So here's the thing that really caught me off guard, is the Grand Celestial chess pieces 5 to 8. So this is very, very nice. I don't think it's a 2-star crit. I think this is going to be the 3-star crit. It's going to be a very rare item. But having the ability to get your pieces 5 to 8 of Grand Celestial Soul Shields is pretty interesting to me. I mean, honestly, I'm a little bit excited for that. My raid is currently stuck on the 3rd boss, and we're still progressing through it slowly but surely. And, a lot of us aren't able to buy the rest of our soul shields because we don't have the achievement yet. So having the opportunity or the chance to get our soul shields through Trove is pretty attractive, especially to me, We'll see if I'm lucky enough to get any of these Grand Celestial Soul Shields. I just hope that it's not going to be in the same list as like Dyad gems or as Square gems, because then I'm going to be like, oh boy, do I get the gem or do I get the Soul Shield? So there's a whole bunch of costumes coming in. That's going to be cool. There's the new Lotus Skill Illusion. So this one is one of my favorites. I really like the Lotus petals, and they look like cherry blossom to me, but they're calling it Lotus, so whatever, we'll just stick with Lotus. You can preview this in F3 when the patch kicks in, so just press F3 and you can see how pretty it looks. It's really nice. I really like it. Then there's 2 new pets. There's the Flying Pig and the Flying Pixie. The the Flying Pixie is exclusive to the West. We do not have this pet on any of the Asian servers. You know, these two pets are pretty, but not my cup of tea. I'm more into actual characters in the game. So, you know, Zulia, Pohara, and these characters. Finally, we got some update from senior producer Nico, or Nicholas. So the small update that he gave was actually very positive and very reassuring. So he just came back from Korea a few weeks ago. He's seen Unreal Engine 4 in the Korean in-house testing servers, which is actually pretty cool. And he says it looks amazing, so I'm just going to trust him on that. He's going to say that there's no release date, but it's pretty close to completion. So that gives me a lot of hope. I hope that it comes out on Korea in the summer, and maybe that we can get it by December of this year. There's no promises here. I'm just hoping that it happens. Another thing is the account level system will be coming into this patch, which is the fame system. I have a video talking about that again in the description below. You guys can check it out. And finally, we've got the new raids coming this summer. So that is Temple of Succession or Eternity Temple. That pretty much wraps up everything in this patch. There's a lot of things that they did not talk about in the live stream. So it's kind of unfortunate, but you know, they didn't have much time. The stream was only 1 hour and they crammed a lot of information in. Keep in mind, this patch is huge. As Nico said, it's their biggest patch that they've ever implemented. Maintenance will be long. I'm assuming maintenance will be 8 to 10 hours, and then at 10 hours, they're going to do like an extension for another 4 to 5 hours. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very long maintenance. So I wouldn't try to stay up, especially if you're in the Asian time zones like me. I'm just going to go to bed, wake up the next day, update my game, and get ready to play. I'm probably just going to take it easy and do that. But yeah, anyhow, if this video helped, I'd appreciate a subscribe, as it really does help out my channel. And as always, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.
What can I say except GOS?